Okay, recording. I don't know. I'm like a little brain dead tonight. But we're gonna keep things short and sweet tonight. Probably nothing that you haven't heard, but I was thinking about this and I was like, I think this is just like vital to my business. And I don't think I put it out there enough about the duplicatable systems that I use and that I hope you all are using, but I've never like spelled it out to you guys. So I really want to take the time tonight to do that. This will obviously be a recording, and then I think this is just gonna be good too as we all start to grow our teams and move forward. But the reason that I'm keeping this short and sweet tonight, I'm gonna share my screen. Another reason is this call is homework. If you have not, add this onto your docket. I posted it in our team page about this call tonight. I posted this call link within the call. So this Slay Squad call is something that's started up in just last week, and it is like a big group of superstar diamond coaches, and every single Monday they're hosting a training. Last week it was like kind of like that roundtable hot seat type of call where they all got to give like their best tips and tricks. I posted it. If you have not watched that one's straight fire. But this one, they had a guest speaker on who runs her business through like helping entrepreneurs. She's a former Beachbody coach, and now she helps Beachbody coaches level up in Instagram. And she just had a lot of good tips and tricks. And I took a lot away from it, more so on like adding value and the importance behind that. This call is super powerful. So that's why I'm going to keep this call short and sweet tonight, so that when you get off, since we're not going like too close to 9 o'clock, watch this. Watch it tonight. If not, watch it tomorrow. Okay. Got a lot of freaking tabs pulled up. All right. Creating duplicatable systems sounds thrilling. This is honestly, when I was like doing this, I'm like, this is going to kind of be a little bit of a boring call, but we're just going to roll with it. News and updates. Summit Ticket Special is officially on. If you have not purchased your ticket, it is on sale. So make sure that you purchase it now. It's only going to go up from here. And make sure that you refer a friend who has already purchased their ticket, so we can do the little referral thing. Oh, I didn't put Team Cup on here. Team Cup, make sure that you register. I registered my team. We are going to get some promo codes for that. So register your teams and make it fun. We have a Facebook Messenger group going already. Like Team Cup, if you guys haven't watched some of the videos, if you haven't done a Team Cup before, I really, really urge you guys to go into the Beachbody Champions page and watch some videos on the Team Cup. Because Team Cup can be a game changer, especially because if you're pushing so hard in the month of February for Team Cup, it's only going to trickle into your business in March, April, May. Team Cup's awesome. Ultimate Reset. There's a group of us doing it. We're all in a chat thread. And so there's 5 of us that are starting it next week. And then Mickey's going to start it in 2 weeks, but we're doing it. So you still have a chance to hop in the fun, a 21-day cleanse fun. I started decreasing my caffeine today to prepare myself for it. And I think that's why I'm feeling pretty drained tonight. I've got a really bad headache. And that shows you how caffeine dependent I am. So that's also why I want to keep this call short and sweet. So I may be a grouch the next couple team calls, but that's okay because we actually have some guest speakers. The retreat, is April 18th. You have to hit diamond by March 12th. I was talking to another coach and they're like, I just don't know if it's realistic. And I said, get that thought out of your head. That is a limiting belief. Write it down, because the more that you push for it, the closer that you're going to be. I've seen that in a lot of other girls where they push for a certain date, and even if they fall short, they hit it very shortly after. Guest speakers, 2 of them coming up, some women that I've been connecting with through social, through email. Really excited. So mark your calendar. Is it next week? Yeah, the next 2 weeks, we're going to have guest speakers. So I will open it up, obviously, to the larger team. And then Success Club Trip 2021 sounds absolutely mad, but I registered for it. And you guys, I have the funniest story to tell you. I'm the world's biggest idiot. So Elite got to register first, then Premier coaches get to register, and now like Success Club Legends, All Stars this week, like anybody who has like a cool like little recognition, they get to register this week. Go on the website, successclubtrip.com/2021, whatever it is. You can find it in your coach office and opt in. Okay, opt in. This trip is really cool because you can pick to go to the Hard Rock or you can pick to go to Unico. Unico, I don't know how you even say it. Hard Rock is like family friendly. So I believe like Izzy's going to be going to the Hard Rock. She's bringing her son. All of us who don't have kids, we're going to the adult only one. Sorry, Jordan. But we are going to Unico and we are doing the second wave. So it's called Luna. So opt in when you get your invite, reach out to me so I make sure that you register for the correct one so that you're with us. You do have to pay for your airfare to get there. John and I are already thinking about like how we can start to use points to rack up some miles. Like there are ways around it. You can start, putting money away to pay for your flight. But you guys, so you put down a $300 deposit. Okay. I did that this past year. Unfortunately, it's non-refundable. So I'm not going to Punta Cana. So I lost out on a $300 deposit. Okay. So this one rolls around. So I put down another $300 deposit. And you get to pick your room. There's 4 different tiers for the room. There's like your standard king, garden view, swim up room, ocean view, just like kind of a smaller room, but like nice. And then they go up from there. And you earn trip dollars through Beachbody. Whenever you hit Success Club and get Success Club points, you earn trip dollars to put towards your room. And like they show like the rooms start at like $1,800 and then they go up to 21 and then they go up to 24 and then they go up to $2,800. And I'm like thinking to myself, God, I've been hitting like some really good Success Club numbers. We get double points, whatever. I'm going to be a baller and I'm going for the best of the best room. So I select tier 4 and this is sweet. We have a living space. We have like 2 outdoor balconies. We have a jacuzzi on our balcony. Like it is like the bougiest room. I'm like, oh yeah, like feeling myself, whatever. So I tell this to Mackenzie and Danielle, and as I'm saying it, it's all coming to me. They cap how much money you can earn, and then the rest you have to pay out of pocket. So this asshole opted, I believe the room is either $2,500 or $2,800, and they cap you at $1,300. So I now have to pay $1,500 for this trip. And I am dying. I'm dying. I'm like laughing. I'm like, what an idiot. You're so blonde. And me, Mackenzie, and Danielle, like we're all in a thread for like, holy shit, Janine. Like, what did you just do? I'm like, John's going to be pissed. So like I'm on chat with customer service, like trying to fix this. I email the Success Club people and they're like, nope, you can't downgrade. Like here it is in the rules. And John's like, well, I'm a coach. Like, can we double our coach dollars and like pay for it? Like that would be smart. And so then I asked that question. They're like, nope, you can't combine like money, anything. And I'm like, holy shit. And John goes, wow, we're really doing a big trip, aren't we? I'm like, yeah, I guess we are. I'm like, I don't know. I guess we can use like one of my bonuses. Now that I'm getting bonuses, we can like shovel that away and like pay for it. And he wasn't mad like at all. And then Danielle and Brad ended up going for the exact same room. So apparently we're just bouging it the F up. And I got the stupidest suite in the world. And I don't know. So you guys got to come. Definitely get the lower tier room and we'll use my room as the party room. So I just had to share that story with you because like the other day, I think it was yesterday, I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I got to check the chat. Where's the chat? Oh my God, I can't see it. Oh my God, I can't even click on the chat. It's not even offering it. All right, well, you guys are probably making fun of me. I'll look later. Okay, successful. Oh, there it is. No, it's popping up. Oh my God. I love it. What's the distance from the party pooper family hotel to the party room? I don't know. Get somebody to watch your kid. Come to the party hotel. I'm kidding though. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be like doing shuttles back and forth. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Okay, Success Club. I am at 14. Krista and Lexi locked it in already this month at 6. You guys were halfway through the month. Plenty of time. We've got a lot of you that are almost there, but it's time to start freaking crushing it. We got Brittany, Kelly, Mickey, Olivia, and Samantha all at 2. and it's January. Let's get our hustle faces on. I am so ready. I'm like ready to double my numbers. All right, duplicatable systems. So I was thinking the other day, like as I was doing work and I'm like in my office, I'm on my phone, I'm on my computer, and everything just like flows. When I work, there is just this flow that happens. And I realize that it is because I have locked down exactly what I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it. And it is like a rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So I want you guys to think about, what are the things that you find yourself doing, saying over and over and over again, or something in this business that's giving you a headache, writing the emails, writing the invites, whatever it is. And we need to simplify that. So I'm going to walk you through just a handful of my systems today. I'm happy to share any of them with you. But what I do like about my systems that I have is that I did take the time one day, like a Sunday, or if I had like a long weekend, or if I had like a spring break, and I actually took the time and I wrote out the kind of email that I wanted to send. I wrote out the kind of welcome email I wanted to send. I wrote it out so that it sounded like me. And now I just have it to use. So I'm going to go through my invites. I'm going to go through my emails, how I do new clients. I'm going to go through my newsletter. Coaching, we're just going to touch on, and then my challenge group graphics. And again, you guys, this is going to be like a whirlwind. Like we're going to be done here real quick. So over here, so whenever I invite somebody and they say that they're interested, this is the email that I send them. I cannot see. Okay. This is the email that I send them. And it's always like a little welcome right here. I talk about how I'm excited. This is a little bit different because I already talked to her, but I always think, how would I want to be welcomed? I wouldn't want to just dive into it. I would want to welcome her in some sort of way, connect with her in some sort of way. If we've been talking on Instagram, I always try to end a little sentence here about what we've been talking about Instagram. And then right in the beginning, again, it doesn't say it in this one, I like to ask them a question. Like, I know we've been chatting for a little bit on Instagram, but what are your main goals when it comes to health and wellness? And then I break it down into these breakdown of programs. The reason why I link 4 different sample workouts is because, you guys, we're adding value. Okay, you're adding value. You don't just want to be like, okay, this is what it is. Do you want to sign up? So I talk about, I add in the morning meltdown sample workout. I add in the 6 weeks of the work. I add in the bar. Lift 4 is also out there on YouTube. I always check Vimeo, Vimeo. Beachbody has a page on there. They have some sample workouts, or I always check YouTube as well. And then I just link these in my email. This one is written a little bit different. I usually do like the 3 new releases. So morning meltdown, 6 weeks of the work, and then bar. And then the last one that I do now is lift 4. And then I always say, before I break down the pricing, I want to tell you a little bit more. I always touch on the fitness. I always touch on the nutrition. In italics, I also put that there are 2 nutrition programs. And then I end with the accountability groups. I don't go into a ton of detail. And then I always ask a question. I would love to know what goals you have for yourself, if you have any questions or thoughts, or would like to dive into package options. A couple things to note about this. I bold certain words. I italicize certain words. I make certain words colored. I make certain words bigger. Okay, I do this so that it breaks up the read. And I do it because, like, this is how I would want an email to come across to me. And again, this is me personally. You might feel different when you write an email, when you're reading something. Maybe you like bullet points. Like, you guys, don't be afraid to put your spin on how you would want to be approached, because those are the people that you're talking to. Again, you want to add free value. You don't want to say too much. You want to ask a question at the beginning. You want to ask a question at the end. And you just want to kind of hit on like pain points. So like accountability groups, check-in, amazing community, those high words that are going to attract people. So this is always the email that I send out. Now, I want to let you guys know, I read through this every single time I send it. I usually put their name in. I usually say, I hope that you've been having a great Wednesday. I tweak it daily. This is my job. This is our job, you guys. I'm not just going to copy, paste, and automatically send. Yes, this is my system. Yes, I do copy and paste this to everybody, but I will read and skim through it. Do I need to change anything? Do I need to tweak anything? Is there a new release that I could add into it? Okay, so I really want you to be mindful to have your system and then know the parts that you want to edit. And just so you guys know, let's say I send out 30 of these a day, I maybe hear back from one or two. The ghosting is unreal. So if you're getting ghosted on emails, just know that that's completely, completely normal. Okay, so let's say that they respond back and they say, yeah, like I'd love to know some more. So next is my package options. And you guys, again, I sat down on my computer and I had Share a Cart open. I put in some random ass email, my mom's email, my old email, John's email, and I did it as if I was enrolling a new customer. And I clicked through what are the packages that I would want to give somebody. And in the graphic and in the write-up, they tell you everything that's included in that package. Before there were special releases like bar, I always just had package 1, 2, and 3. Okay, just the basics before, again, 6 weeks of the work was released. It was always just all access. And you'll know this when you go to Share a Cart and make these yourself. The most popular one, I do an 80-day obsession one. The reason that I do that is because it comes with the loops, the sliders, and the portion control containers only for $180. Like it's usually only $20 more from the basic one. This basic one is different because of 6 weeks of the work. The highest one always comes with the like all the supplements, Shakeology, and then pre and post. And then I always name it just the basics, most popular, my recommendation. You guys wouldn't believe how many people go for packages 2 or 3. It's like just the basics kind of seems like, well, if there's a middle option, I guess I kind of want that one. I urge you to play around with Share a Cart. Figure out like your kind of top tier packages that you would like to offer somebody. And you guys, that's like, oh my God, now that I'm saying this out loud, that's exactly how I got suckered into getting the highest room on the Success Club trip. Because they offered me all the tiers and I'm like, well, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. So think about it. Like if they suckered me like that, like I'm getting my clients too. And it's not, like I'm going to love it. It's going to be amazing. And just like I know that my clients are going to love the highest tier package and it's going to be amazing. And then I am always very mindful if there are any new releases in here, because I always want to make sure that I include that. I always add a little paragraph again ahead of time. I still throw in some samples, even though they got all the sample workouts from me in the first email. I email them again. I link them again. I just want to add as much free value as I can. And then I also say why I love that the package bundles are for a year membership, because of all the products that are included and the value. And then I have always added on a nutrition program. I give little like, what is the ultimate portion fix? What is to be mindset? I don't sell a lot of these. It's very few and far between. This is something that I'd like to do more of in 2020, but I want to make sure that my clients still can see this. And then again, I end with a question, thoughts, questions. And then what you can do is you can add this like right into your streak. Okay. So let's say they say, yep, I want package 2, da, da, da. So then these are the questions that I ask them. So I said, okay, so she went for the highest package right here. So first I need to know your shake flavor. I always say personally, this is what I love, but they're all amazing. I'll attach a graphic. Then pre flavor, I like them both. Post flavor. So whatever your client decides, you need to know, what you have to offer them. And then I always offer the coaching discount. I know other coaches do it different. Brittany does it completely different. She signs everybody up with a coaching membership. You can reach out to her to kind of see her methods. She's also posted it in our team page before, so you can definitely search for that. Once I have this info, I can get you over your enrollment. So then she sends me back everything that she'd like to do. And then I go into Share a Cart, boom, boom, boom. So all 3 of these steps, from the info here to the package options to like narrowing down on what she wants, like this is all a copy and paste. I tweak very minimal every single time. I read through it every single time. This is very minimal. This is like a wash, like again, a rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Like I can just sit down and pump these out and I can get people enrolled really quickly, or I can get these emails sent out really, really quickly. Once they're enrolled. And then another duplicatable system that I have is their welcome email. You all probably got one from me if you started off as a client. But if you didn't, you may not know. And again, I believe I've posted at least one in the file section of our page, but I definitely want you guys to be able to see this. I tweak this paragraph where I talk about the challenge groups because I changed the wording depending on the week. I will send you an email invitation to our January Embark group, which kicked off at the beginning of the month. Okay, she just enrolled this week, yesterday, so this makes sense to say it kicked off at the beginning of the month. At the beginning of the month, my wording was, this group is kicking off this week, or this group just kicked off this week. So I don't just copy and paste and send really quick. I take my time, I read through, I change a couple words. I talk about, because I am running 2 groups right now, what that looks like. Then I walk them through downloading the Beachbody On Demand app, walking them through that, and then I give them recommendations of programs. I give them a little blurb about the program because I don't want to, pick their program for them unless they're really like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I like them to have the flexibility. I recommend Transform 20 in here. I also link a step from Amazon for Transform 20. Then I assure them, don't feel overwhelmed. You guys wouldn't believe how many people in January, when I got them enrolled, they told me how nervous they were. And it's like me, I'm about to hit 3 years in on, what day? On Friday. I'm going to hit 3 years in. Oh, how fitting for a retreat. But I'm going to hit 3 years in, and I forgot that feeling of being overwhelmed. And so I like it, and it gave me a swift reality check this month when people were like, I'm really nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I totally remember that. So I always say, don't feel overwhelmed. And talk about the products. I also say in here, you will get an email before your next shipment comes so you can skip, change, or cancel so that people can't get pissed off at me when they get charged the Shakeology fee. I also tell them how to make their shake because I've had people before say that they hate it. And when I figured out how they made it, they just mix it with water and ice. And I'm like, ooh, honey, no. And then I give them suggestions for how to start the week, how to go through the week, how to, play around with their programs. And then before pictures are a must. Like, this is a hefty email, you guys, but this is one that I've really finessed as I've been going. It hasn't always been like this. Like, I've added in things as I've been going, like, oh, I should say this. Oh, I should say this. So I really urge you to sit down and kind of think, what would you want your clients to know? Who's drawing on the screen? That's really weird. Do you guys see that blue arrow? Weird. Okay. And then I also always offer, I'd love to schedule a quick 10-minute call. I would say 75% of people take me up on this. And I schedule a call with them. It's 3 to 5 minutes long. It is not that much of my time. I walk into my office, I shut the door, I chat, I say, hey, have you picked your program? How's it going? I walk them through the program materials, all of it. Then I made a quick YouTube video saying, welcome to your wellness club. I walk them through basically this email, just via video form. I was like, maybe some people would rather have that. And then this is a new client welcome that actually Mackenzie made that I took and I put my name on it. You have, all right, thanks, Mickey. I see you texting me. It's you who's drawing all over the screen. I have posted this in our team page without my name. So you have this to use for all of your clients. This is probably something that I am going to update this year. But for right now, it's great. Like, use what we have. Don't feel that you have to reinvent the wheel. Okay, before I move on, are there any questions about any of those systems? That's the whole client process. Cool. A lot of you guys have been around for a while and I've already sent you a lot of this stuff, but guys, we need some fresh blood on our team. We need some new girls to bring in and mentor the crap out of. I'm going to talk about that at the end of the call. Okay, going back to sharing. Now I have Nikki's drawings out. Okay, so Google Keep, this is just a gentle reminder. I don't use Google Keep that much anymore, but if you're finding yourself saying or explaining a lot of things out, put it in Google Keep. This is a great place just to keep things to copy and paste. What I do for my invite process now is I will sit down and I will type out my invite that I want to use that day. I do it fresh every single day in the note section of my phone. Like yesterday, I did all coaching invites. I typed out a coaching invite, I tweaked it, and then I just went through and did a copy and paste. A couple of them I had to change for client emails, like bootcamp invites, but I write it out fresh every single day. I don't overthink it. I don't make it super long. And you can pop all of like your invites that you find yourself using in your Google Keep. Okay. Everything is blowing up on my screen. Okay, another duplicatable system that I have is my Canva. So my Canva is filled with all different kind of graphics that I've used in the past that I can reuse over and over and over again. And the really cool thing about this, you guys, is like I've made what we use for our check-ins in our challenge groups, and I can share these. So Jordan and Brittany are running my challenge group, and so I can share this with them, and they will already have my fonts, and they already have how I make it. But what I do is I'll sit down and I will make like a graphic, and like I just made a copy of this, and I can just copy and paste, copy and paste. Like right here, these winners and giveaways, all I have to do is kind of change the pictures in there. I took the time to sit down and make some graphics that I like one day, and now I can just go and again, just plug them in. Just change out the graphics and plug it in. And that's the same thing with how I make my newsletter. And you guys, when I go to create a design, I will type in newsletter, and I type it in Canva already has 1,000,010 templates made. And so I pick one. My computer's going to be so slow, but they have so many templates here. And so I found this one. I'm like, oh my God, I love this one. So this is the one that I picked. I tweaked it. And now every single week I can just go in here and I can edit the newsletter and change and tweak it for how it should go. You can link things in Canva, hoping everybody knows kind of basics of Canva. But like, let's say for this recipe, I wanted to link it. So I would click the picture, you click the little link button, and then that's where you put in the web address. It's just like that on Gmail. So like for here, all this stuff on the 10 rounds that I put, you guys, I copied and pasted this from the Beachbody blog article. I do not spend a ton of freaking time on this stuff. I do not reinvent the wheel. I want people to know about 10 rounds. I want it to be on their radar, but I'm not about to type all this up. I went to Beachbody blog. I copied the first paragraph, but then what did I do? I linked the article right here so that they can click on this and just go to it. And so this Sunday, when I go make this, I'm going to change anything that I need to change graphics, change links, and then I just send it out. But it's already done and it's already made for me. So those are really like the top duplicatable systems that I use. Definitely like my client email process is the most, and I love it. I love that I found like what works for me, my wording, and I just really encourage you, tweak, play with it as you go. I found something that I love, and I want you guys to do the same. When it comes to coaching, you guys, I feel like our team has been a little stagnant. I feel like and of course, like it always happens like around the holidays, like nobody really kind of wants to take on something new. I'm going to be running a coaching info session next week. I know that Brittany and Jordan are going to be running their first coaching info session. I know that Bonnie just tackled hers. You guys, this is huge. You guys are making moves. I know that Mickey and Kelly have run one in the past as well. Here's the thing. You've got to be planting the seeds. You've got to be building those relationships. You've got to be talking about the business, and you don't have to be scared to do it. I have a monthly goal to bring on 5 new business builders a month, because in reality, how many of those business builders are actually going to stick, are actually going to do something? So you kind of got to think about it in a numbers way. And the only way that you're going to get better, the only way that it's going to get easier to grow your team is if you put yourself out there and you actually try. So if you've been trying to run your own boot camp for the first time, running your own info sessions for the first time, like stop and give yourself a pat on the back. Stop and look at how far you've grown. Stop and look at that you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and be so proud of that. And no matter how your first one goes, how your first few go, don't let it discourage you from moving forward. Use each time as a learning experience. And this just happened to me. I ran a webinar real quick on a whim in December, and it was terrible. It was so bad, but it was a really good reflective piece for me. And, you know, thinking back, like even 3 years into the business, like that I can still have things that completely flop. And then I'm like, oh my God, I fumbled so bad over my words. Like it's totally normal and it's totally okay. But that being said, with coaching, so my goal is to have this be like a really heavy recruiting year. I really want to bring on a bunch of new coaches, and I really want to mentor them closely. And I think we have so many amazing leaders and women on this team that they're just going to thrive. But what I've been noticing, and it's not just with our team, is that when coaches come in, they have a hard time seeing success quickly. And when I say quickly, I mean within their first month to 2 months. And that's a gap that I really would like to close, because the faster coaches see success in the business, it's confidence deposits. And then they feel like they can keep going, because the coaches that don't hit Success Club or don't get those first Success Club points for a while, that's when you see them giving up or falling off. And I had 2 clients right away my first month. I remember when I signed up, and they were friends. They were friends of friends. So they were people within my warm market. So I've been doing a lot of reflection, and I say this and I talk to you guys about this just because I always am very transparent with our team and our business and kind of where my head's at. And also because I really would love your feedback on this. And it doesn't have to be tonight. You can kind of think about it and send me a DM. But I'm trying to think, how can I get coaches to see success right away within their first month or two? And one thing that I've kind of think I'm going to go with, and I don't know if this is a good idea or not, again, you've just got to trial and error, is I'm only going to add them into one team page, our team page, so that they don't feel overwhelmed right away. I am not going to add them into the new coach training, and I am not going to offer them a one-on-one call until they do 2 steps. The first step is coming out on Instagram, and I'm going to teach them how to do that right away. And the second step is making a list of 20 to 50 people. And once they send me those things and they can check those lists, then we'll set up a one-on-one, and then they'll get access to the training. And my mindset around this is that it will get coaches to take immediate action by going public, and it will get them to take immediate action by generating that list. And then my idea is that then I'm going to work so closely with them to go through that list and talk to those people and invite those people. And really, like, I really want to handhold coaches like that, like baby steps in the beginning. Yes, Kelly, make them earn their ticket into the training. Like, you can't get access to the training until you take action. And I think that's one of the gaps right now, is like, you're going to get in this page, this page, this page, this page, and here's this training, and start it now. And then it's like, do they start? When do they start? I don't know where to start. What do I do? Which team page do I look at? And it can be so overwhelming that I just want to strip all of that away and be like, hey, here are your first 2 action steps. When you're done, let me know, and then we'll talk next steps. I want to simplify it, and I want them to take action immediately. And I think that's going to be crucial. So that's so far where my head is at. Me and Megan, like Megan's kind of been talking about possibly doing like a PDF. And for me, I don't think a lot of my coaches would sit and sift through a PDF, especially like a lengthy one. So I don't know how I feel about that. But think on this, you guys, now that I kind of opened up the floor on how you feel, you know, being mentored as a new coach coming in, how you feel you could have seen success faster. I can take constructive criticism, like you will not offend me, because I really want the future of this team to be bright for not only my coaches, new coaches who I bring in, but your new coaches who you bring in this system. So I'm going to stop recording.